There are 3 Chinese cars sitting on dealer lots right now that buyers walk right past, and every mechanic I know who's worked on them keeps telling people they're stupid for ignoring them. These aren't budget compromises. These aren't good enough for the money vehicles. I'm talking about cars that will run 250,000 miles with basic maintenance, selling for thousands less than they should because of one ridiculous reason. The badge says Made in China. After 22 years of turning wrenches, I've watched people overpay for Korean crossovers and Japanese sedans, while these 3 just sit there waiting for someone smart enough to look past the stigma. And car number 1, that one's been shocking customers in my shop for 3 years. I've probably inspected a dozen of them, and the build quality is better than half the American cars I see. Better. Today, I'm counting down my 3 most underrated Chinese cars on the market, the ones that offer better features than competitors at prices that make no sense. I'm going deepest on number 1 because that's the one that'll make you rethink everything you thought you knew about Chinese manufacturing. Let's get into it. Number 3 is a car that surprised me the first time I put it on the lift, not because something was wrong, but because everything was right, and you can pick one up right now for under $23,000 brand new. I had a customer last year, a guy in his early 30s, come in asking me to inspect a used Mazda CX-5 he was about to buy. 2021, 45,000 miles. Dealer wanted $28,500. I looked it over, checked everything, told him it was fine but overpriced for what it was. He asked what else I'd consider. I pulled up my phone and showed him a brand new Chery Tiggo 8 Pro for $22,800. More space, better warranty, more features. He thought I was joking. He bought it. That was 11 months ago. You know what he spent on repairs? Zero. Just the free oil changes from the dealership. Here's what nobody tells you about the Tiggo 8 Pro. It's not some knockoff trying to be something else. Chery's been building cars since 1997, and they're the largest Chinese auto exporter. The 1.6-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder makes 187 horsepower. That's the same power as a Honda CR-V with better torque delivery. The transmission is a 7-speed dual clutch from Getrag. That's a German company that supplies BMW and Mercedes. So you've got proven powertrain components, European transmission technology, and Chinese pricing because Americans don't trust the name yet. Average price for a new Tiggo 8 Pro, $22,000 to $25,000. Compare that to a new Mazda CX-5, $29,000 to $34,000. Standard features on the Tiggo: panoramic sunroof, 360-degree camera, adaptive cruise control, ventilated front seats. On the Mazda, you're paying $4,000 extra to get half of that. The warranty on the Tiggo is 10 years or 100,000 miles on the powertrain. Mazda gives you 5 years, 60,000 miles. If you're shopping for one of these, here's the inspection checklist. First, check the infotainment updates. Chery pushed out software updates in early 2024 that fixed some lag issues. Make sure the dealer installed them. Second, look at the paint quality around panel gaps. Early 2023 models had some inconsistent clear coat application. Not mechanical, but worth noting for negotiation. Third, test the dual clutch transmission in stop-and-go traffic. It should be smooth. If you feel any harshness under 10 miles per hour, that's a software calibration issue the dealer can fix. Bottom line on the Tiggo 8 Pro, you're getting a feature-loaded 3-row crossover with a warranty that outlasts most competitors. The only reason this car is cheap is because people are still stuck in 2010 thinking Chinese cars are garbage. But if you think the Tiggo is overlooked, this next car might be the best value in the compact sedan category that nobody's talking about. And the technology in this thing is honestly better than cars twice its price. Number 2 has some of the most advanced driver assistance features of any sedan under $20,000. Better than Civic, better than Corolla, and it drives like it was tuned by people who actually care. I've been watching this car for 2 years now. Every time a Geely Emgrand rolls into my shop for service, I end up impressed. The fit and finish, the NVH isolation, the attention to detail, it's not what people expect. Last month, I had a 2023 come in with 28,000 miles. Customer bought it new, wanted the first major service. I put it on the lift, went through everything. Suspension components, brake system, undercarriage, pulled the diagnostic data, checked all the electronic systems. You know what I found? Everything was still tight. No rattles, no loose bolts, no premature wear. I told him it looked like a car with 8,000 miles. He smiled and said everyone told him not to buy it. I get that reaction a lot with these cars. Geely did something smart with the Emgrand. They didn't try to reinvent the wheel. The 1.5-liter turbocharged four-cylinder uses a timing chain system, not a belt. No replacement intervals, just runs. The CVT transmission is co-developed with Volvo. And yes, Geely owns Volvo, so they're sharing technology. No cheap components, no cutting corners, just proven engineering that works. And here's the nerdy detail that matters. Geely engineered this platform with over 60% high-strength steel. That's better than most competitors in this price range, which means better crash protection without adding weight. It's the opposite of what you'd expect from a budget brand. Current market prices will make you angry if you overpaid for Japanese. A 2024 Geely Emgrand with 15,000 miles, you're looking at $16,000 to $18,000. A same-year Corolla with similar miles, $23,000 to $25,000. That's a $7,000 difference for a car that, in my experience, comes with more standard features. The most expensive repair I've seen on an Emgrand was a windshield replacement at 35,000 miles from road debris, $420. The average maintenance cost over the first 50,000 miles, maybe $800 total. When you're test driving a used Emgrand, pay attention to two things. First, the brake pedal feel. It should be firm and progressive. If it feels spongy, check the brake fluid. Some early owners neglected the 2-year fluid change interval. Not a deal breaker, but tells you about maintenance habits. Second, take it on the highway and accelerate from 50 to 70. The CVT should be smooth with no hunting or surging. If you feel any hesitation, walk away. Also, the 2022 to 2023 models had some touchscreen software glitches. Geely issued updates that fixed most of them. Make sure the car has the latest software version. The dealer can check this in 5 minutes. Who should buy this car? If you want maximum features for minimum money, the Emgrand is loaded. If you're a commuter who racks up highway miles and wants something comfortable, this is your car. If you're smart enough to ignore badge snobbery and focus on actual value, this is your escape. Who should skip it? If you need proven long-term reliability data past 100,000 miles, these are too new. If you want strong resale value in 5 years, stick with Toyota because the market hasn't accepted Chinese brands yet. And if you live somewhere with limited dealer support, check if there's service nearby first. Here's the mechanic math on the Emgrand. Buy it for $17,000, drive it for 100,000 miles, spend maybe $1,500 on maintenance total. You will not find better value per dollar in the compact sedan category. All right, that was number 2. This last one, number 1. This is the car that's made me completely rethink Chinese automotive engineering, and almost everyone is skeptical until they sit inside one. If this kind of straight talk is helping you, hit subscribe. I've got more videos coming on the cars people dismiss versus the ones that actually deliver. Number 1 is an electric crossover with better range than Tesla Model Y, better build quality than I've seen in most EVs under $50,000, more technology than German luxury brands, and it's selling for $15,000 less than it should because Americans still think Chinese EVs are toys. Let me tell you about the customer who almost walked out when I suggested this car. 6 months ago, a couple came in, early 40s, looking at used Tesla Model 3s with a budget of $38,000. They wanted electric, wanted range, wanted reliability. I asked if they'd considered the BYD Atto 3. The husband literally said, "That's not a real car." I walked them outside to the parking lot where a customer had just dropped one off for tire rotation. 2023 BYD Atto 3 extended range with 22,000 miles. I opened the door and told them to just sit in it. They sat, they looked around, they started asking questions, they test drove it, they bought one 3 days later for $35,800 brand new. Texted me last week, they're at 18,000 miles now. 0 issues, averaging 260 miles of real-world range. Their exact words, "This is better than the Tesla we almost bought." The BYD Atto 3 uses BYD's Blade battery technology. This isn't some experimental setup. BYD is the world's largest EV battery manufacturer. They supply batteries to Toyota. The Blade battery uses lithium iron phosphate chemistry, which means better thermal stability, longer lifespan, and safer chemistry than the cobalt batteries most EVs use. It doesn't degrade as fast, doesn't catch fire as easily, it just works. I've seen the diagnostic data on these batteries after 50,000 miles, less than 5% capacity loss. Not "I heard about one," I've personally checked 3 of them, and the degradation is better than any Tesla I've tested. Let's talk numbers, because this is where it gets ridiculous. A 2024 BYD Atto 3 extended range with 10,000 miles, $35,000 to $37,000. A 2024 Tesla Model Y long range with the same miles, $48,000 to $52,000. That's a $13,000 to $15,000 difference for comparable range and more interior space. The Tesla has better software ecosystem and charging network. That's it. Now, compare it to the Hyundai Ioniq 5. A 2024 Ioniq 5 long range with 10,000 miles runs $42,000 to $46,000, more expensive than the BYD, and you're getting less warranty coverage. Repair costs. The most common maintenance item on these is tire rotation, $60 every 7,500 miles. Brake pad life is extended because of regenerative braking. Most owners go 80,000 miles before touching brakes. Cabin air filter replacement, $45. First, check the battery warranty details. BYD offers 8 years or 120,000 miles on the battery pack. That's better than most competitors. Second, look at the charging port and cable for any damage. Owners who use public fast charging heavily can wear out the port latch. It's a $200 fix, but worth checking. Third, test every feature in the infotainment system. The rotating touchscreen is cool, but make sure it rotates smoothly without any grinding. Fourth, and this is the pro tip, check the 12-volt auxiliary battery. Like all EVs, the Atto 3 has a small 12-volt battery that can fail. BYD extended the warranty on these, but confirm it's been replaced if the car is a 2023 model. Who should buy it? Daily commuters who want to eliminate gas costs, this car is perfect. Anyone who wants EV technology without the Tesla price. People who need space. The interior is huge for this class, and anyone smart enough to ignore brand bias and focus on engineering. Who should avoid it? If you road trip constantly and need the Tesla supercharger network, honestly, that's still an advantage. If you want maximum performance, the Atto 3 isn't slow, but it's not a performance EV. And if you live somewhere with no BYD dealers nearby, check service availability first. Here's the mechanic math on the Atto 3. This is the best electric crossover you can buy for under $40,000. Full-featured, full range, better battery technology than most competitors, and priced like people are scared of the name, because they are. If I had to buy one EV right now for daily driving with the best combination of value, range, and reliability, I'd buy the BYD and not think twice. So, there it is. 3 Chinese cars that the market ignores but mechanics are starting to respect. The Chery Tiggo 8 Pro with German transmission and Chinese value pricing, the Geely Emgrand that depreciates like it's unwanted but delivers like it's premium, and the BYD Atto 3, the best kept secret in the entire EV market. You now know 3 cars you can buy for thousands less that will surprise you in every way. Next time you're on a dealer lot and the salesman tries to push you toward an overpriced Japanese crossover or a used German EV, you'll know better. Now, if you want to know which Chinese manufacturers have actually earned respect in the shop, the brands that are building real quality with the data to prove it, I did a whole video on that. It's right here. For Chinese cars that mechanics genuinely recommend with the numbers to back it up. That's 22 years of watching the automotive landscape change. Like if it helped, subscribe for more car advice. I'll keep giving you truth dealerships won't. Drive safe, do your research, and don't let bias cost you money. Take it or leave it. I'll see you in the next one.